Hello and welcome to Flip Diet GCSE Biology, Unit B4 Nutrition, Nutrients 2, A Balanced Diet. Every single day you need to make sure that you eat 7 different nutrients to make sure that your body stays healthy. These different nutrients are carbohydrates, fats and proteins that we looked at in the last video, and today we're going to focus on the other ones. So we've got fibre, water, vitamins and minerals. Let's take a little look at fibre first. Now, fibre is essential to keep your intestines healthy. Basically, it is any indigestible plant substances that your enzymes in your digestive system cannot break down. Now, this basically gives substance to your feces so that your intestines can push it along your intestines nicely. If you do not eat enough fibre, then you may suffer from constipation. Foods that contain fibre are things like pulses, whole grain foods like wholemeal bread, and fruit and vegetables. Water. Water is essential for life. You cannot live very long without water. Now, water makes up 60% of your body. So more than half of you is made of water. 70% of your brain and 80% of your blood. Now, water serves many purposes within your body. It acts as a solvent, so it may dissolve things in your blood, for example, things like sugars or salts. It's involved in many different chemical reactions and is a good lubricant. For example, when you breathe in and out, your lungs have a layer of water around them so that they don't get caught on your rib cage. Next, vitamins and minerals. Vitamins and minerals are substances that your body cannot make itself, so you have to get them either by eating them, or you have some bacteria in your intestines that make the vitamins for you, or vitamin D is produced when you are in the sun. If you don't have enough vitamin or minerals, then you may suffer from deficiency diseases. Firstly, vitamin C. I'm sure you all know a little bit about vitamin C. It's needed to maintain and repair your bones, your teeth and cartilage. It's also very important in helping us heal. You find vitamin C in citrus fruits, so oranges, lemons, grapefruits, also in spinach and many different berries. If you do not eat enough vitamin C, you suffer from scurvy. Now, many of the sailors in the time of Christopher Columbus suffered from scurvy on the ships. They didn't know why these people were getting sick, and it was because they did not have any vitamin C. As you can see, if you have scurvy, you are pretty unhealthy looking. Symptoms of scurvy include having pale skin, your teeth might fall out, your gums might bleed, your eyes look all sunken, and you would easily bruise and your body wouldn't heal very well. Next, vitamin D. Vitamin D is very closely related to the mineral calcium. We'll come back to that in a moment. So, vitamin D is essential to keep your bones and teeth healthy. You find it in dairy products, obviously, also fish oils and in the yolk of an egg. That's the yellow part of the egg. If you don't have enough vitamin D, your bones become weak and soft and they may fracture or break easily. If children do not eat enough vitamin D, they will suffer from a deficiency disease called rickets. We'll come back to that in a moment. Next, calcium. I'm sure you know a lot about calcium. You hear a lot about it in adverts on the TV. They tell you all about it in milk, cheese, yogurts. Okay, calcium is a mineral that you need to keep your bones and teeth healthy. It's also very important in muscle contraction to help your muscles move. You can find calcium, as I said before, in dairy products and also tofu, which is a vegetarian kind of meat substitute. If you don't have enough calcium, you suffer from the deficiency disease rickets. Your bones become very soft, and as you can see in this x-ray here, this child suffered from rickets, and you can see how the legs have a curved shape. That's because they just haven't been able to grow properly and they were very soft. Rickets, as I said before, is also linked to lack of vitamin D. Children who suffer from rickets will generally be suffering from malnutrition, so they won't get enough food in general, not just specifically vitamin D or calcium. Next thing, iron. Iron, another mineral. It's actually part of your red blood cells. It's used to make the substance hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the chemical that carries the oxygen around your body inside the red blood cells. Iron's found in liver, eggs, broccoli, beans and pate. Now, if you do not have enough iron, you suffer from a deficiency disease called anemia. The main symptom of anemia that people will notice is that they generally feel quite tired or dizzy, and may suffer from low blood pressure. Also, generally they feel weak, their muscles don't work very well, they can't necessarily breathe very well, and they might look quite pale. Next, we need to look at the energy balance. So every day you need to make sure that the energy you take in from your food and your drink is the same as the energy that you use, that your body uses in your daily activities and exercise. If this energy balance is not maintained, then you will either lose or gain weight. First situation, so if you have too much energy in, so if you eat too much, then it tips the balance towards the energy in, and all of this extra energy that you have will end up being stored as fat. If this happens over a long period of time, it can lead to obesity. Now, obesity is a massive problem in developed countries. It causes many health problems. Two of the main ones being diabetes, type 2 diabetes, so people who become diabetic when they are older, and heart disease, so people may suffer from heart attacks. As you can see in the diagram, there are many other problems caused by obesity. Now, let's look at the other end of the scale. So if you do not get enough food, and the energy your body uses during the day is more than what you take in, then you will end up losing weight. In extreme situations, this may be malnutrition. So malnutrition is an insufficient or incorrect diet. Malnutrition just basically means badly nourished, but people use it to describe what you would technically call undernutrition. You can use undernutrition or malnutrition in the same way. Obviously, if the person does not take in all the food that they need, then their body processes cannot function normally. There are two main reasons for malnutrition. It could be due to starvation, just the lack of food available, or it could be due to a mental illness like anorexia or bulimia. If we look at these two boys on the right here, the one on the right is also suffering from a protein deficiency. Do you see how his belly, his tummy is inflated? And this is a disease called kwashiorkor that is caused by insufficient protein in the diet. Let's have a little look at a world map here. This map shows the percentage of the population that is undernourished in all of the countries of the world. Now you can see how in Europe we are very lucky, in the USA and Canada as well, and in Russia things are alright, and in Australia and Argentina. Okay, but there are many countries in the world where you can see the red colours there that means that 35% of the population is undernourished. That's more than a third. 1 in 3 people do not get the food that they need, that their body needs every single day. The countries I'd like just to have a look at there, you can see Madagascar. We've got these sort of central and southern African countries of Tanzania, Zambia, Angola. You've got Yemen and Afghanistan, and interestingly, have a little look over there to the right, you've got North Korea. So as you can see, in Spain for us, or in the UK, we've got less than 2.5% of the population does not receive the food that they need every single day. That would be like 1 in 40 people, but in a country like Madagascar, it's 1 in 3. And here is the bibliography.